Fans live for games like this one.
Coming right up, the Pistons taking on the Grizzlies. Greetings and thanks for ending your Monday on 2K Sports. Well, we're coming right down to the last bit of the season, Grant. What's the messaging like from coaches right now?
Well, BA, for teams that are in the mix, coaches are asking you to keep doing what you've been doing. But a lot of that extra motivation comes from your teammates and in the locker room.
And here's Memphis's starting group. They've got Dillingham, and it's Blunt in at the 3. Here's Stockton. Launches it. Here's Cunningham. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And I like how tough Cunningham is, welcoming the contact on the way to the hoop.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
The shot by Thunder, no good. Detroit with the ball. The 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Blunt. Thompson pulls it in. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Cunningham, left side. Here's Stockton. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Stockton's got 5 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And Detroit has possession. After the basket by Memphis with the drive. And yep, it's good. He has 7. For Memphis, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Rebounded by the Pistons. They're getting their first look of the season at the Grizzlies in this one. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Here's Stockton, and he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Here's Iguodala. Pass to Thunder. Here's Edey. Over to the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. Dillingham. Plenty of room to knock down that one.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
On the take. Shot's good by Stockton.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
All right, now a timeout called by Memphis. And a moment now to take a look at a terrific player who has earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
What's really impressed me is his ability to create for others on the offensive end. He's got a sharp mind for the game, and he's put it to use helping his teammates find good shots.
Now here's Craig. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Here's Dillingham. He's watched by Cunningham. Here's Thunder. Gets the 3 to fall. Thunder's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
To the wing, right side. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for Memphis.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Detroit leading by 3. Outside Craig. 16 feet out. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist from Craig.
A sharp shooter from the mid-range. Cunningham doesn't need much room to feel comfortable firing away.
Pass to Stockton. The teardrop. And he lays it up and in. Stockton's got 13. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Detroit.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
There's the triple. Iguodaro grabs a miss. Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Thunder. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
Pass to Edey, and stolen by Cunningham.
And it's pretty simple. I mean, once you leave your feet, you leave yourself with very few options.
Here's Thunder. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
Only 4 games left of the regular season. Let's see how the West is shaping up. You look at Memphis, final stretch of the season. They've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up.
Right now for the Grizzlies, they've been terrific throughout the regular season, showing they may be just the team to beat in the postseason.
Here's Stockton. 23 points his last outing. Cunningham on the wing. Clock at 6. Will it go? And the layup is good. Cunningham's got 6 points.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up, an opportunity at a three-point play. Memphis shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. Pistons trail by 3. Pass to Hunt. He got a piece of it. Here's Dillingham. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Devin Vassell, he's checked in for Memphis.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
It's stolen away. Pass to Iguodaro. Here's Thunder. There's a screen. Puts up a 3. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Cunningham passes to Garrett. Shoots over Vassell. And again, no good by Detroit.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
To the left wing. Here's Edey. And they recover it. Thunder, the pass to Vassell. Pass to Thunder. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Cunningham. And now the Pistons in transition. Here's Hunt. No good again that time.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Here's Dillingham. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
The 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
And solid pass from Cunningham. He has a good understanding for when the defense has overcommitted.
Thunder driving to the basket. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Of his 8 shots so far, he's only missed 1. He's starting this game strong.
Here's Garrett. Yet to see a basket.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Suns played really well. He contributed 20 points and at the other end of the floor. He's a thief. He had more than his fair share of ink on the scoreboard. I'm sure he wants to repeat that tonight, too, guys.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Here's Garrett. His last outing we saw him score 22. Pass to Hunt. Four on the clock. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Thunder. Oh, swiped away. Fires from deep. Garrett can't hit.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
And he comes up with a bucket. Edey's got 7 points in the game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Ward. 17-foot shot on the way. And that one comes up a bit short. Grizzlies lead by 4. Out to the wing. To the left side wing. Here's Iguodaro. Here's Bufkin. And it's off from three-point range. Detroit has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Here's Ward. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Hunt passes to Garrett. And here's Cunningham. From deep. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Memphis ahead. Timeout called by Will Hardy. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
On the court for Memphis, Devin Vassell out there with Williams. Then it's Edey, and it's Dixon in at the shooting guard position. Here's Cunningham. Oh, using his size. Look at Cunningham.
There's Cunningham showing off that leaping ability. Outstanding finish with the slam.
And they pick up 2.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Cunningham, right side. Thompson outside. They double-team Thompson. It's James on the wing. Drills it from deep. James has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Thunder, the pass to Vassell. Here's Thunder. Pass to Dixon. 6 on the shot clock. Over Cunningham. Dixon can't get it to go.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Okay, powers it in.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
That's tipped. Craig with a steal. Here's Stockton. Thompson outside. And there's a pick. From the stripe. Memphis with a rebound. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them.
Here's Thunder. 20 points for him last game against Phoenix.
And on the defensive end, he was extremely disruptive, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Here's Stockton. After the basket by Memphis. And the layup is good off the glass. Stockton's got 21 points in the game.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Detroit leading by 8. Coach, as you know, two-way wings like Devin Vassell are a hot commodity in the NBA these days.
Yeah, Brian, he's got good defensive instincts. He's got great length, and offensively a pretty good three-point shooter, but his main weapon is that mid-range jump shot.
Pass to Thunder. 1:25 left in the first half of basketball. And there's the screen. Here's Williams. Here's Edey. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And he's beginning to build on a fantastic performance from the last game.
Well, yeah, you can see how much energy he's playing with. He's on a roll, and he's not about to let it in.
Here's Hunt. 20 points for him last game against Toronto.
Also forced a bunch of trips to the line. You can control a game like that.
And it's Cade with the finish inside.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Memphis calls timeout. All right, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams are getting it done in their transition offense. The fourth spot held by the Grizzlies.
They've been playing at a fast pace, which plays to their strengths.
And stolen by Cunningham. He's had 4 chances at the line. He's made them all.
Personal foul.
The first free throw is good. Staying the top pick in the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
Down low. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Hunt passes to McGowens. There's 31 seconds left in the second. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
And the basket is good.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them, but let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now. So this is shaping up to be a special night for him. Started out well and is only turning it up here in quarter 2.
Memphis shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. First one falls for him. Memphis making a switch here. So he gets them both. Pass to Hunt. James with the ball. 1 second left. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Detroit Pistons closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
I think for Memphis, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Pistons.
Their bench has impressed. You get a jolt of energy, all that offense. This is a well-rounded roster.
Yeah, team chemistry, a big point of emphasis for this organization. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Detroit leading by 7. They've got James, Cade Cunningham out there with Asar Thompson, and it's Craig in at the 4. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. Now here's Craig. And here's Thompson for 3. Tipped.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Craig with a steal. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. Grizzlies trail by 9. Pass to Thunder. Here's Dillingham. Puts up a deep 3. James with the rebound. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Cunningham finds Craig. To the inside. Stockton. And he can't bank that one in.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And it's Detroit with the ball, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
And there's a 3-second violation. Looking now at some numbers for him.
The way he shot the ball in these last 5 games has been tremendous. His field goal percentage has been on the rise, and he's showing zero indications that he's going to slow down anytime soon.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Here's Stockton. Lets the 3 fly. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game.
And what a read there from Cunningham, showing he has vision and timing with his passes.
Here's Thunder. Here's Dillingham. He's got 6. Thompson pulls it in.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Here's Stockton. And Detroit another 3.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have the guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Detroit leading by 14. Lets a floater go. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Thompson with a steal. Here's Stockton. Memphis with a rebound. Edey's got 7 rebounds in the game. Blunt, the pass to Thunder. Here's Iguodaro. Check by James. And that one's good. Iguodaro.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Thompson outside. Pass to Stockton. Outside Craig. Five on the clock. Here's Stockton. Connects. The jumper drops. Stockton's got 33.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Here's Edey. Here's Blunt. 6 points for him. They set the pick. He shoots it. And Craig pulls it down.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Also, plays like that are crucial right now. You have to convert on every turnover you get.
Here's Stockton. 33 points for him. Cunningham outside. Here's Stockton. To the paint. Here's James. Second chance shot. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach? Detroit leading by 3. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. They've got Dillingham and it's Iguodaro in at the power forward. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
McGowan's pass to Stockton. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 9 rebounds now. Pass to Dillingham. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Detroit leading by 3. Here's Thunder going inside, and he dunks it down.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Here's Stockton. Pass to Ward. Fires it from 18. The rebound by Edey.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Dillingham, no good.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And now the Grizzlies on the run. Here's Blunt. Three-pointer in transition. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Grizzlies?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, we credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with a three of his own.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Stockton. Inside, here's Ward. There's the block. Looking to get back on track. That's good from Dillingham on the assist by Edey. Edey's got 3 assists tonight.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Here's Stockton. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. There's a screen. Here's McGowens. 6 to shoot. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
To the middle. Iguodaro grabs a miss. Iguodaro's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Thunder. They grab their own miss.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And that'll be Memphis' ball as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies able to keep possession here. Jordan's checked in for the Pistons. Thompson comes in for McGowens. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Detroit with a rebound. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Pass to Blunt. Here's Thunder. Let's go with a 3. And Dillingham gets the 3. Dillingham's got 5 points in the quarter.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
They need this. Here's Stockton. And he lays it up and in.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Dillingham. They set a pick. Takes a 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
So for the Pistons, James comes in for Jordan. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Garrett.
Substitution for your Pistons.
Here's James. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Edey, 4th personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for your Pistons.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Grizzlies lead by 7. Pass to Thunder. Here's Edey. To the wing on the left. Here's Blunt. Clock is at 3. Fires the 3. The rebound by Detroit. James has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Tries it from 19. Memphis with a rebound. Iguodaro's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Pass to Dillingham. Counted from distance. Dillingham's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
And here's Cunningham outside. And again, no good by Detroit. And here's Memphis. They're on a 19-6 run. Blunt can't get it to go. Pistons trail by 10. Here's Hunt. And here's Thompson for 3. The rebound by Edey. Pass to Thunder. Oh, it's stolen away. And they're on the break. Here's Stockton. Now James over Edey. Kicks it out to Cunningham. The 3-ball, no problem for Cade.
And look at the lack of hesitation. Cade gets the ball and is confident he can make the shot.
Here's Edey. Here's Dillingham. Beyond the arc. Cranes the triple. Dillingham's got 11 in the second half.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Craig is checked in for the Pistons. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. He lit into them over their transition defense. He said, quote, "Enough is enough. Get back on D. We have to slow them down." The discrepancy in fast break points is eating at him. We'll see how they respond.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
And really strong at the line since the break.
And he makes the first.
Shooting from Memphis.
Hits both from the stripe. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face him. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Right at the free throw line, and he gets it to go off the front iron. Stockton's got 41.
Hey, he's doing everything he can to keep them afloat.
Here's Thunder, out left to the wing. Thompson with a steal. Pass to James. Fires for 3. Stockton's shot is off.
Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
2 points. That one goes. Thunder's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Pistons trail by 10. There's the drive. Stockton. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
47 for personal foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for 2, Stockton.
Both good from the line that time. Memphis leading by 8. Outside Craig. To the inside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Stockton. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Now just a 4-point Memphis lead.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Here's Dillingham. Here's the pick. 3-pointer. And Craig pulls it down. Craig's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Stockton. Count the basket. And now just a 2-point Memphis lead.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
To tie it up. And it's Cunningham missing. Well, the Grizzlies shooting around 53%, a nice number.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Stockton following the bucket by the Grizzlies. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Fifth personal foul.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And he makes both free throws.
In tense situations at the line, they can count on him to keep his cool.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Unloads. Blunt can't get it to go.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
And connects from downtown. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. One second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Again! What an avalanche! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots. Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And he does get the second one. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. And it's Detroit with the ball.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
Oh, he buried the three!
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Thompson scanning the floor. Here's Stockton. Good! And tie game! Huge basket right there. Timeout. Grizzlies. Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
They've got Thompson. James is out there with Kate Cunningham. He got it again! Sensational!
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. And here's Dillingham from the arc. And Craig pulls it down. Craig's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Snatched away. Here he goes. Pass to
And what a moment it is for him in this fan base. Setting the scoring record for a game, he deserves to soak it all in.
So many great players have donned this jersey, but yet it's his name at the top of the list. And what action in this one. We're about a minute into overtime. Cunningham outside. Outside Craig. Cunningham with the ball. Pass to Craig. 4-3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
I can't say this enough. You have to value each possession. He looks like he's trying to force things. He's better when he plays within himself.
And so the big win by Memphis in a tight game. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime they took control.
And B.A., I don't think...
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
Man, everything feels just a little off. Let's win and go home.
If you locked in, you know, switching up. Brody came home, went to pick him up. One man's around with a picture up. Shoot back to the crib. Track hard, got him tinted up. Caught him outside. Nah, he in up. Ain't no falling up. I done put 2 million up. Ain't no falling up. I done put 2 million up. Catch him. Let the light back. Ain't no light back. You ain't big enough. You know them young man business when they in there running truck. They just spin till they dizzy. Pick him up. The focus on his pay. Coming out retirement dead. No man's with him. He don't pay him, make him pay. He started. Damn, what I made today. Probably want a minute, but I'm paid away. First, you know, make all these millions. They sign their papers. Never made a statement. Wasn't there. Was rapping in the basement.
Yo, can you give me a pair of the Chicago ones?